Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 Atlanta Braves baseball for you. And we got on May 20th, the Braves traveling to Houston to take on the Astros. And leading off for the Atlanta Braves is second baseman Jerry Royster, batting second, playing first Bob Beal, batting third, playing right field Brian Asselton, batting fourth, playing left field Jeff Burris, batting fifth, doing the catching is Biff Pokeroba. Batting sixth, playing center field is Roland Office. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Daryl Cheney. Batting eighth, playing third base Rod Gilbreth. Batting ninth, doing the pitching is Tommy Boggs. Let's take a look here at the Houston Oilers starting lineup. We got leading off playing center field Terry Poole. Batting second, playing third Enos Cabell. Batting third, playing right field Jose Cruz. Batting fourth, playing first base is Bob Watson. Batting fifth, playing left field Danny Walling. Batting sixth, playing second base Art Howe. Batting seventh and doing the catching Joe Ferguson. Batting eighth, playing shortstop Roger Metzinger. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is J.R. Richard. Get down here to the field and get this game started. The eighth wonder, the Astrodome. And Jerry Royster will lead it off here for the Braves, batting .287 with no homers and 11 RBIs, going up against J.R. Richards. He has pitched in 9 games, started all 9 of them. He's 4-3 with a 2.67 ERA, and he's got 81 strikeouts through 64 innings. See what happens here with the Braves. First pitch here, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Walling. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out with that K. So right away, JR is off to a hot start. He strikes out Royster. Bob Beal will be up next. And Bob's batting .417 on the year with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Art Howe's got it. He fires over to Watson. Watson, where are you? He's there for the catch, makes the second out. And Brian Alston's up now. Brian batting .206, no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And JR strikes out 2 out of the 3. Start this game. Braves nothing. Astros coming up. You got Poole, Enos Cabell, and Cruz. Terry Poole's batting .327. He's got a homer and 13 RBIs on the year. And he'll be facing Tommy Boggs, who's started 7 games. He's 1-3 with a 7.42 ERA. Here's the pitch to Terry. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And that'll be out number 1. And that'll bring up Enos Cabell now. And Cabell is batting .316 with 5 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit that's going to be an infield hit. So Cabell's aboard here with 1 out. And he's probably going to be taking off running. He ain't going to waste no time. 53 or lower, he'll be safe at second. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Cabell gets on with a single and ends up down at second. For Jose Cruz now with 1 out in scoring position. And Cruz is batting .367. He's got 2 homers and 23 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Cruz. that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, the Astros got the first two base runners aboard here. Well, no, that's right, the fly ball first. So, but they got two on now with one out for Bob Watson. Watson batting .269, 4 homers and 20 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Cabell will stay put. A single will score him. No reason to get thrown out trying to go to third. And Walling's up now. And Walling's batting a whopping 182. No homers and 1 RBI. 2 outs, runners on first and second. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Boggs has walked himself into a damn bases loaded situation. For Art Hound can Hound with one swing of the bat bust this game open and give the Astros an early lead. Hound's batting .320. He's got a homer and 21 RBIs. And that ball is well hit. Here we go. How far is it going to travel in the Astrodome? And that is going to be a double in the left center field. And with Walling's speed, that's probably going to clear the bases. Let's see if Office can throw him out. So that'll be a 57 with 2 outs. And he's going to score with no throw. So that's a 3 RBI double. And just like that, Houston's out to a 3-0 lead before these fans can settle in here in the Astrodome. And it brings up Joe Ferguson, batting .230 on the year with a homer and 6 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cheney. He'll fire over to first to get the final out. But the 3-run double, 3 RBI double by Hound makes it 3-0 Houston. We go to the top of the second. We'll have Burris, Pocoroba, and Office due up here. And Jeff's batting .290, 4 homers and 17 RBIs. And that'll be against the righty. Makes him an 18. And that will be a single. No, it won't. That'll be a nice play down there at short by Roger. He takes a base hit away from Burris. That'll be 1 out here in the second. Biff Pocoroba's up now. Biff's batting .305 with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. And that'll be a base on balls. And that's what the Braves need is base runners. JR, he can strike you out, but he can walk you too. That'll bring up Office now. He's batting .307 with 1 homer and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Rogers got it out in shallow left, makes the catch for out number 2 rather. That brings up Daryl Cheney, batting .324 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be another base on balls. So 2 walks here in this inning keeps it alive for Gilbreth. The Braves take advantage of these free passes. First and second, 2 outs. Gilbreth's batting .236, no homers and 12 RBIs. And that'll do it. That'll be a ground ball down the Howe. He'll go over to first for out number 3. Braves strand 2, still trail 3-0. We'll have the bottom part of the order due up here for Houston in the bottom of the second. Metzinger, Richard, and back to Poole. And Rogers batting .287 with a homer and 8 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. How far is this one going to travel? And that's going to be a infield hit. Hard liner down to third. Gilbreth can't make a play. He'll hold on to it. Rogers on with a single. And that'll bring up JR now. JR is batting .182 on the year. He's going to try to lay down a bunt. get Roger in the scoring position. And 13, that'll be 2 strikes on him. Missed both attempts to bunt. And that'll be a 30. That'll be a nice bunt down the third base line. Gilbert's up with it. Fires over to Bob covering. That'll get the out, but the runner will get in scoring position with 1 out now for Terry Poole. So runner down at second. Houston already up 3-0. Poole flew out to center his first time up. And that'll be a pop up down the short. Cheney calls for it, makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Enos Cabell. And he singled, stole a base, and came around the score in the first. And that's going to be squared up. Enos is having a hell of a game. And that'll be a double in the left field. And that makes it 4-0, just like that. And Enos still down at second now for Jose Cruz. So 2 outs, a runner still in scoring position. Cruz walked, came around the score his first time. And that'll be a fly ball out the left field. That'll end the inning. But the Astros score another and make it 4-0 as we go to the top of the third. We got Boggs and then back to the top of the order in Royster and Bell. And Tommy's batting 111 on the year with no homers and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Boggs. And that'll be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Tommy. That'll be his 3rd strikeout of the game for JR. And here comes Royster. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Cabell fires over to first to Watson. That'll be a quick 2 outs for Bob Beal. And Bob, he grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that's going to be an E5. Enos can't make the play this time. And Bob gets on here. See if Brian Asselton can make them pay for this extra out. Asselton struck out his first time up. And that'll be a fly ball in the left field. That'll end the inning. Walling's got it. And the Braves strand 1. We go to the bottom of the third. You got Watson, Walling, and Howe due up here. And Bob, he flew out to center his first time up. And that ball is hit in the right field. He goes the other way. That'll drop in front of Asselton for a leadoff single. It brings up Denny Walling now. And as you can see, the Braves and the Astros record, Braves are 13-21. They've scored 127 runs. They've hit 33 homers, stolen 10 bases, been caught 5 times. The Astros are even 500, 17-17, scored 160 runs, hit 23 homers, have stolen 40 bases, and been caught 24 times. And you got Walling up now. He walked, came around the score his first time up. And that's going to be another base on balls. So now you got both batters aboard here. And here's the man that delivered a 3-run double. Make this a 3-0 game at the time. Art Howe. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2? Nope, that's going to be a pop-up down the second. And that'll hold the base runners as Royster makes the catch. Howell just got under that one. That brings up Joe Ferguson now. And Joe grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball tailor-made down the short. Cheney's got it over to Royster. The Beal 6-4 3-double play, just what the doctor ordered, and the pitcher's best friend gets him out of that mess. We go to the top of the fourth, still 4-0. The Braves can put a dent here against JR. You got Burris. Pokeroba in office up. Burris, he grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. That's going to be a nice play out there by Cruz. He just robbed Burris of a base hit. So the Astros are flashing the leather here today for JR. That'll be one out. And Biff's up now. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Roger boots that one. That's an E6. He holds on to it. Doesn't compound it by throwing it away. Biff's aboard again. This time on an air. That'll bring up Office, who popped up the shortest first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch. And all of a sudden, JR is getting a little wild here. What just happened there? That's going to be a hit by pitch. So now you got first and second and one out. Can they get back in this game here? A base hit by Cheney can probably get them on the board. So Cheney walked his first time up. And against a righty, a 16. That's going to be a pop-up down the short. Roger doesn't boot this one. That'll be out number 2. It's up to Gilbreth to come through here with runners on first and second. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the first. And he'll take it himself and step on the bag for out number 3. Braves Strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 4-0 Houston. And we got 8, 9, and 1 hitters up. Metzger, Richard, and Poole. Roger singled and scored his first time up. And that's going to be a swing. And nope. That's going to be he's got the R quality. That's going to be a fly ball out the center. Forgot about Tommy having that R. So that's a fly ball out the center. That brings up JR now, who had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. And that's going to be an infield hit. We don't need no stinking DH. JR lags that one out for a single. You got the pitcher down at first with 1 out. And you got Terry Poole up. He's 0 for 2. Flew out the center and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 26 on a 1. That'll be barely fielding column 2. And they'll get the runner out at first. Out at second. He spins around, fires down the short. So I don't know if that was a good trade-off or not. Having Terry down there instead of JR. Now you got Enos Cabell up. He is 2 for 2. He has singled, stole a base, came around the score, and had an RBI double. And that's going to be against the BOGGS. There's going to be another base hit. This one in the left field. Terry's going to stop at second. And now there's first and second and 2 outs for Jose Cruz. And Cruz is 0 for 1. He just walked and flew out the left. Not this time. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Enos is going to probably end up down to third easy. I believe with no throw, but we'll check. Yeah, that'll be no throw. So Enos ends up down at third. Wait a second. Maybe not. 38. I was looking at the wrong number. I was looking at the number Poole scorer with no throw. That's for sure. 38, 28. What is, he's a 16, 17. So it's a 38, 28, and a 17. They will be a throw. There will be a throw down the third. A 27. That is a 53 or lower. Cabell's in there. And he's in there. So we got first and third, and it's 5-0. And it's 5-0 Houston now. And Watson's up now with first and third. And 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Bob. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and flew out to center. And that'll end the inning. That's a ground ball down to Cheney. He'll go to short way to second. But the Astros score another. We go to the top of the 5th. They're going to let BOGGS hit here. Their bullpen's pretty depleted. They need some innings out of him. Tommy is 0 for 1. He struck out, and then we'll have Royster and Bob Beal up. And we don't need no stinking DH, or do we? That'll be a 10, and that'll be a base hit. Tommy BOGGS says, thanks for letting me swing away. That's a base hit in the left field. We don't need no stinking DH. BOGGS is aboard here with nobody out. See if that'll get the Braves started. That was the first base hit of the game for the Braves, and the pitcher did it. And now it brings up Royster, who has struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a pop-up. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. He strikes Royster out for the second time. Bob Beal up now. And Bob, he has grounded out and reached on there. And that's going to be against us. 11 and 8. And another base hit. This one in the left field. Tommy will stop at second, and all of a sudden the Braves are making some noise here against JR. Here in the 5th, first and second and 1 out. Brian Asselton up now. Can Brian get the Braves on the board, trailing by 5? They need to get some runs against JR. He has struck out and flew out the left. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one in the center field. Tommy will hold up at second. Now there's 2 outs. It's up to Jeff Burris to do some damage here. Burris is grounded out to short and flew out the right. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And he'll toss it over. Ground ball back to the mound, rather. He'll toss it over to first for out number 3. And again, the Braves strand some runners. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 5-0 Houston. You got Walling, Howe, and Ferguson due up. Denny has walked both times and came around to score once. Excuse me. That's going to be a single. So Denny's got a perfect game going here. Walling down at first for Art Howe, who's driven in 3 runs today on a double, and he's popped up to second his other time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And just like that, Houston's making some more noise. First and second, nobody out. It's like deja vu all over again, Yogi says. Heard this before. And Joe Ferguson's up. Can they get a ground ball double play out of Joe? They did the last time up. He's grounded out to short twice. And that's going to be a pop-up behind the plate. Pokeroba takes the mask off, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. See if they can get Roger to ground into a double play. He doesn't have a lot of speed either. He has singled and flew out to center. And that's going to be a base hit in the left. Walling our score. And Howe will stop at second. So that's an RBI single. And it's still first and second now. And it's now 6-0. And here's JR. And JR is 1-for-1 today. He had a sacrifice bunt and singled. And that'll be a ground ball down the Cheney. He'll fire over to first to get JR for out number 3. But again, the Astros add 1. Increase the lead to 6-0. We go to the 6th. That was only 1 out. Oh, I thought there was 2 outs. Redo this and check this then. See if it was a double play. 36 on an 8. Still should be fielding column number 1, I would think. Nope, that's fielding column number 2. That's a double play. That's the old 6-4-3 double play. So he does hit into a double play to end the inning. 6-4-3 double play. So we had the ending right. Just didn't realize it. So now we go to the top of the 6th, like I said, and you got Pocoroba, Office, and Cheney due up here against JR, who's pitching a shutout. And here's the pitch to Biff. And that's going to be popped up down the short for out number 1. And now you got Office up. And Roland's 0-for-1. He's grounded out, popped up to short rather than been hit by a pitch. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Office gets aboard here with a 1 out. And that brings up Cheney now. And Cheney is 0-for-1. He's walked and popped up to short. And that's going to be a 16. That's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a pop-up. And nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Cheney out with that K. That is his 5th strikeout of the game. And Gilbreth's up now. And Gilbreth is 0-for-2. He is grounded out twice. Once to second and once to first. Here's the pitch to Rod. And a 10 against an 18. And that is going to be a single in the center. And Office will get down the 3rd. And the Braves now got a runner 90 feet away with 2 outs. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Tommy. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here. The only lefty they got on the bench is Nolan, the backup catcher. Of course, Murph can catch too. I think they're going to let old Pasargic come out and pitch hit. Tom's going to come off the bench as Aaron Reed joins us here this afternoon. So where's old Tom at? There he is. So Tom's batting .400 on the year. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs. Can he pick up some here? And nope. That's a ground ball down the 2nd. And Howell will go the short way over to 2nd. That'll end the inning. The Braves strand 2. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 6-0 Houston. So he's going to come out here and pitch for the Braves. Got the lefty, a righty, and a lefty due up. They don't have a lefty in the bullpen. I think Campbell's probably going to come out here and pitch. Yeah, Dave Campbell's going to come out here and pitch. See if he can keep this a 6-run game. He'll be facing the top of the order, Poole, Cabell, and Cruz. As you can see, Atlanta's schedule. They got one more game here in Houston. Then they go to Cincinnati to play a 3-game series and back home against Philadelphia. So here's Poole, who's 0 for 3. He has flown out, reached on a fielder's choice, and popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster. And that'll be out number 1. Terry fires over to Bob. Yeah, it'll be at Riverfront. That's correct. Yep. Enos Cabell's having one hell of a game. He's 3 for 3. He's got a double. He's got an RBI. He's scored, and he has stolen a base. And that's going to be another infield hit. He's 4 for 4. Can't keep him off the bases. So Enos is down at first with 1 out here. And Jose Cruz is up, with Houston already leading this game 6-0. Cruz is 1 for 2. He's walked, driven in a run, and came around the score. Flew out the left his other time up as we dropped the dice. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Cruz walks on down the first, Cabell down the second. First and second and 1 out for Bob Watson. They can get the ground ball. They could probably turn 2 with Bob. Bob is 1 for 3. He has flown out the center, singled, and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be another fly ball out to center field. And Cabell's going to stay there at second. And Denny Walling's up now. And Walling is 1 for 1. He's walked twice, came around the score twice, and has singled. And that's going to be another base hit. And that's going to be in the center field. That'll score Enos easily. And Cruz will get down the third with no throw. So you got first and third now, 2 outs, and it is now 7-0. As Campbell can't keep the lead at 6. He's throwing gas on the fire. And Art Howell, who's having a wonderful game, 2 for 3 with a 3 RBI double. Popped up to second and singled. And he's not done for the day against the 6. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. And Danny Walling will get down the third. And it's still first and third now, 8-0. This game is definitely out of hand. Turn out the lights, the party's over. All you working people, go to bed. Get ready for work. Joe Ferguson's up now. He's 0 for 3. He has grounded out the short twice, popped up to second. Rather, popped up to the catcher. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Gilbreth, he misplays this one. And that's going to be a 1 base error, an E5. And that'll score another run, an unearned run now. And now you got first and second. And still 2 outs. And now it's 9-0. And Roger trying to make it a 10-0 good buddy. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI today. And this will finally end the inning. Gilbert's got it. He fires down the second to end this inning. But Houston scores 3. And this game is over, folks. You got the top of the order up here for the Braves. Trying to at least get on the scoreboard, not get shut out. You got Royster, Beal, and Asselton. Jerry is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Poole's got it. We're out number 1. As you can see the Braves are batting 250 on the year. On base percentage of 321, slugging of 385, and an OPS of 706. Houston's batting a nice 294, on base of 359, slugging of 431, and an OPS of 790. Bob Beal up now. He's 1 for 3. He has singled his last time up, reached on an error, and grounded out the second. And against the left righty, that'll be a fly ball in the left field. Nope, that'll be a swing and a miss. Strikes him out. Oh, Richards got that K. He strikes him out. That'll be a 6th strikeout. Brian Asselton's up. He struck out, flew out the left and center. And that's another swing and a miss. And JR's dealing here in the 7th with this 9-run lead. He's challenging these guys. Now we make it to the 7th inning stretch, 9-0. And here we go. We got JR due up here. Then back to the top of the order, and Poole and Enos Cabell. And JR is 1 for 2. He has a sacrifice bunt. He singled and grounded into a double play. And that'll be another ground ball. This one down to Cheney. He fires across the diamond for out number 1. And you got Poole up now. He's 0 for 4. He may be the only Astro. Let's check. That doesn't have a base hit. Might be. Nope. Him and Ferguson doesn't have a base hit. Let's see if Terry can get off the snide here. And nope, that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Jeff Burris has got it. 2 up and 2 down. That brings up Enos Cabell now. And can the Braves finally have a 1-2-3 inning? They haven't had something like that in a long while. And nope, I jinxed that. That's a base hit in the left field. It's not a 1-2-3 inning. Cabell's aboard again. He's a perfect 5 for 5 today. And Jose Cruz is up now. And Cruz is 1 for 2. And he's going to be 2 for 3. That's a base hit in the right field. And let's see if Enos can make it down the 3rd here. 54 with 2 outs. Yep, he'll make it down the 3rd with no throw. So 1st and 3rd now with 2 outs. And Watson's up. Watson, come here. Can Bob deliver? He's 1 for 4 today. And that'll be a infield. Let's see what the infield is. Probably be fielding column 3. I would think. 7, 15, 19, 20, 27, 30. 30. I think 30 is fielding column 3. Let's make sure. With the infield, I think it is. Want to make sure, though. No, it's a fielding column 2. If total is less than 30, use fielding column 3. 30 or the 34 is fielding column 2. So that'll be a rare play. Rare play. A rare play with 1st and 3rd on a 41. And a 56 on a 41. 56 on the 41. That'll be a 26. And that's going to be a single. Second baseman knocks down drive and throws wild home. One runner scores. Other the third on air. And then the catcher throws wild to third. Runner scores. Batter is out at third. So, well, that was with the infield in. Double play. Well, infield's back. First on air. Runner to second. Other holds third. Catcher drops a fly in front of the plate. So, first on air. Runner to second. So, we're going to have an E2. Runner on third's going to hold. So we're going to have bases loaded and still 2 outs. And he fucking scored. And that's what I was afraid of. How are we going to do this? God damn it. This is when this game can irritate me. Okay, here you got an E2. I don't want the runner advancing. I don't want him advancing. Let's see here. See what it says. Okay. Errors. Let's try it this way. See what happens here. Runner on third. 0. See if that'll hold him. There we go. Now we got it. Bases juiced. And Denny Walling's up. Sorry about that. But we got her right. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So now you got Walling up. Bases juiced. 2 outs. Walling's 2 for 2 with 2 walks. And that'll be a fly ball out to Asselton. And that'll end the inning. Astros leave the bases loaded as we go to the top of the 8th. We'll have Burris, Pocaroba in the office due up here in the 8th against JR. And Art Howell's up now. Art Howell. Jeff Burris is 0 for 3. We'll have, like I say, I'll have Burris up. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Terry Poole makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. But 9-0's bad enough, that's for sure, Aaron. Yeah, old Biff's 0 for 2. He's walked, reached on an air, and popped up to short. And that's going to be another fly ball out the pool. Can Terry set a record held by many and have 3 putouts in 1 inning? And here's the pitch to Roland. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 on a 23. And that's going to be a strike. Nope, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Can he take advantage of it here? And he does. He squares this one up, Office does. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Will it stay in the Astrodome is the question. And yes, it's gone, folks. That ball is a homer in Office. Turns on that one in the right field and puts the Braves on the board and gets the shutout taken away by JR. And now you got Cheney up 0 for 2. He has walked, popped up the short and struck out. And that's going to be a 16. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. So Poole does tie a record held by many, but in between was a home run. And that'll end the inning, but the Braves get on the board. And we're going to do a double switch here. Cheney's going to come out of the game. The Rocket will come in, batting the 9 spot. Let's see who's going to come in here to pitch. And looks like Solomon's going to come in here and pitch. He'll bat in the 7th spot. And the Rocket will bat in the 9 spot. And play short. Alrighty, now we're ready with the double switch. Rocket at short, and Eddie Solomon on the mound for his 10th appearance. He's 0-2 with a 5.54 ERA. He'll be facing Howe, Ferguson, and Metziger. And Art's 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs on the day. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be an E4. Royster screws the pooch. And Howe's aboard here. And that'll bring up Ferguson. Let's see if the Braves can get a double play ball out of Joe. He's 0 for 4. He's one of the few Astros without a hit. He has grounded into 1 double play. He's grounded out to short twice, popped up to the catcher, and reached on an error. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Solomon strikes him out for out number 1. Roger, I think he's grounded into 1 double play today. Nope. He's reached on a fielder's choice, singled twice, and flew out the center. And that's going to be against a 7. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And that'll be first and second and 1 out. And the Astros are looking to score in double digits here today. And JR comes to the plate. And he's going to try to lay down a bunt here. Try to get him moved over. And a 13, that'll be strike. 2 strikes on him. Just 1 strike on him. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a nice bunt back to the mound. And Eddie's going to toss it over to Royster covering. And that'll be out number 2. Now it's second and third for Terry Poole. See if Poole can add to this lead here. And Poole's also 0 for 5. So him and Ferguson still don't have a hit. Here's the pitch to Terry. And that's going to be a infield and runner out at home. Double play, runner out at home. With 2 outs, that's going to be a ground ball to the mound. Sullivan's got it. Tosses it over to first. And that ends the inning. So we go to the top of the ninth. The Braves need a lot of help, down by 8. They got Gilbreth, the Rocket, and Royster due up here against JR, trying to go to distance. He's got a 5-hit, 1-run ball game. Gilbert's 1 for 3, one of those 5 hits. And that's going to be a base on balls. It's not wearing the Astros yet, but get a few more of them and they'll have to get JR out of this game. He's trying to pick up his 5th complete game. And you got the Rocket up now, batting $1.75 on the year with 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. JR comes back after walking a guy, picks up his 8th strikeout. Jerry Royster struck out twice. JR give him the old hat trick. And no, Royster squares this one up against JR. Braves ain't giving up without a fight. That's going to be a double in the right field. And Gilbert's going to stop down at third. His run means nothing. So it's going to be second and third now. 1 out. And that gets them mumbling in the Astros dugout. But still, like I say, when you're up by 8, you're going to try to give him as big as leash as you can. Yeah, exactly. You got that right, Aaron. And Bob's up. He's 1 for 4. He's grounded out to second. He has reached on an error, singled, and struck out. And that's another swing and a miss. And can JR strike out Brian Asselton and get in double digits here? That's 9 strikeouts for him. And he could strike out the side here. Here's the pitch to Brian. And that ball is hit in the center field. That'll end the ball game, folks. The Braves lose this one 9-1. Here's the box score. I want the box score. What did I do that for? We'll come back to this afterwards. Want the box score, my friend. Yeah, you're right. Yep. And the Braves 1 run on 6 hits and 3 errors. The Astros 9 runs, 17 hits and 2 errors. Office had 2 hits for the Braves. The Braves were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Office, like I say, had the home run. He was the only offense for the Braves. Braves left 11 men on base. Only 2 Astros didn't have a hit, Ferguson and Poole, and only Watson and Richardson were the only ones that only had 1 hit. Houston was 8 for 18 runners in scoring position and still left 13 men on base. Tommy Boggs goes to 1 and 4, goes 5 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, walked 3. Campbell came in 2 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, walked 1. And Sullivan comes in, pitches 1 inning, gives up 1 hit and a strikeout. And JR goes the distance, goes to 5 and 3, 9 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, walked 3, struck out 9, and the only bad pitch he had was the one in the office for the homer. do some fast play here in the National League. Looks like the first game's going to be the Cardinals and the Cubbies. Dreaded rivalry. See what happens up here in Chicagoland. And the Cubbies beat up on the Cardinals. 6 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The Cardinals 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Then we got the Padres taking on Aaron Reed's Reds. And Cincinnati, Ohio. And the Reds win 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The Padres 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Then we got the Battle of California. The Giants traveling to LA to take on the Dodgers. This is a battle for first place in the West. And the Dodgers win 6-2. 6 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for the Dodgers. The Giants 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Then you got the Pirates traveling up to Montreal to take on the Expos. And the Expos win a close one. What's the star? A walk-off win. See what inning this was. Andre Dawson had a hell of a game. 3 for 6 with a homer and 3 RBIs. 12th inning. Let's see what happened here in the 12th for the Expos. Had a single, a walk, and I walked in the winning run. Walked in the winning run. The Expos 6 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The Pirates 5 runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors. Pirates were 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Ed Ott had a homer, left 11 men on base. Look at Andre Dawson. Like I say, he was the man. 4 for 12. Andre with the homer. They left 13 men on base. And Bibby with those walks. 1 inning gives up 3 hits, 1 run, and walked 2. Actually was an inning plus. He didn't record an out in that inning. And the last game here on the 20th is the Phillies and the Mets. See if these Phillies can beat these stinking Mets. Lefty Carlton, lefty's on the mound. He's 4-2 on the year with a 2.29 ERA. And he gets the job done. Not a pretty game, but doesn't get the win though. The Phillies win 11-6. 11 runs, 15 hits, and 1 error. The Mets 6 runs, 13 hits, and 2 errors. And let's see here. Look at the standings and the leaderboard. And you got the Expos and Pirates tied for the lead. The Phillies now are only 2 games back. The Cubbies 3. Mets are 8.5, and the Cardinals are 13.5 back. And out west, the Dodgers are now 5.5 games up on the Giants. The Astros are 7.5. Padres 9.5. Braves 12.5. And the Reds are 13 games back. And Jose Cruz, with that great performance, has taken over the batting lead in the National League with a .374 average. And one of the big red machines clogs, George Foster, with 10 homers and 35 RBIs, leading the National League. And you still got Robinson with a 1.26 ERA. Roden and Rogers with 6 wins. And Bruce with the Pirates with 7 saves. Reggie Smith still leading in MVP voting, and Roden leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank Aaron Reed for stopping by this afternoon. I'm going to get off of here and get something to eat. I'm getting hungry. And we'll be back on sometime today. And we'll either have another Braves game or we might do a 1908 World Series. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders and leave a like, leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.